All right, thank you for joining us for KBOI 2 News Midday. I'm Brian Moore, and let's get right to your top 11 stories at 11. Ada County Highway District Commissioners passed a resolution to begin their public meetings with prayer. Commissioners passed it on a 3-2 vote. It took almost an hour of emotional testimony and debate to get to that decision. We will have much more on this story in just a few moments. An overnight SWAT call in Garden City. 47-year-old Shane Schutz is behind bars charged with aggravated battery. Police say he held a 38-year-old woman against her will at his home in the 200 block of 44th Street. SWAT executed a search warrant about 2:45 this morning and took him into custody without incident. Former financial aid director Joseph Bekken from North Idaho College is accused of offering scholarship money to students for sex. Bekken wants a lower bail than $100,000. The Spokesman Review reports Bekken also wants a public defender. Bekken says he's in a rough financial situation because his wife is unwilling to provide any financial support. Two men suspected of stabbing two victims at a Boise nightclub are expected in court today. Parley Ward and Philip Law are scheduled to go before a judge. They're accused of stabbing two men outside the Torch in downtown Boise. One of those victims died from his wounds. And investigators are working to figure out what sparked a fire that damaged dozens of cars at a Nampa salvage yard. Firefighters tell us in all 27 cars burned. It started about 3:30 yesterday afternoon near Caldwell Boulevard and Middleton Road. No one was hurt, but the fire sent a large plume of black smoke into the air, visible for miles. OSHA is fining the incredible corn maze in northern Idaho for an accidental death that happened in October. An 18-year-old was working there dressed as a zombie. Witnesses say he rushed a bus full of paintball players. He tripped. He landed in front of the tires and was tragically run over. Fines total $14,000. Hacker Middle School in Mountain Home is in rough shape. The aging school's roof leaks. I toured that school to see the damage firsthand, and quite frankly, it's shocking. Parents are very concerned, as you might expect.
You know, I first stumbled across the problem when I walked in to the school building here on a rainy day. And I asked, I was floored by what I saw, and I asked what was going on to fix the problem. And then that landed me on a committee.
Coming up in a few minutes, you'll take a tour along with me and see the damage for yourself. It's middle school mess. ACHD and Boise City leaders finally come to an agreement on new smart parking meters. In a 3-2 vote, commissioners voted to allow those meters. The long-standing feud began when sensors were buried in the street without ACHD's permission. About 60 of the smart meters have already been installed downtown. Idaho lawmakers are moving forward on a bill that would require teens to get permission from parents before going to a tanning salon. That would be for anyone between the ages of 14 and 17. Kids 13 and younger would be banned altogether. The proposal passed out of committee and now goes up for full debate in the House. And meet Alexis Carey. This little girl suffers from a disorder called Dravet syndrome. She's battled seizures her entire life. Her mother says that oil from marijuana plants called cannabidiol helps patients like her daughter. It's legal in 11 states already, including Utah. Alexis's mother, Claire, she's been working within the Idaho legislature trying to make it legal.
Started meeting with legislators in October of 2013, and you know, most people thought it was not feasible in Idaho.
And I thought, as a legislature, it's not my position to stand in the way of her getting possible relief for her child if we could do so in a way that doesn't open the door to other things.
A similar bill failed in 2013, but this one got the support of every member of the Senate State Affairs Committee and will have a hearing next week. Governor Otter has signed the emergency bill funding a short-term fix for Idaho's broadband mess. It replaces the Idaho Education Network contract, providing $3.6 million to school districts, which in turn will find their own broadband service for the rest of the school year.